center field and coming around to throw at the plate and coming home is Lanier, and Kleibel moves on to third. And the ball gets away from the third baseman, Howell, but Kara Kleibel in a clutch situation sends one right up the middle and gets the RBI, and Lake Region has now evened things up here in the top of the sixth. It's 1-1.
A shot right back up the box. Kleibel, another player, we said good power, shoots one right back through. There was no doubt in anyone's mind Lanier wasn't going to stop on her original hit when she went from first to second. No doubt that she was going to stop coming around third. But for Bartow, they should have made the play actually hitting the cutoff. Ryberg's got to call that. Get the cutoff. Don't allow the runner to move up any further. Now you've got the lead run at third base.
Bartow caught a bit in a panic situation, and they got burned there, and Kleibel moves on to third. And now Lake Region, who was just moments ago in a pressure cooker, trailing 1-0 in the top of the sixth, now has evened things up and has a chance to go ahead here in the ball game. Both teams with 3 hits each, as April Elston is scheduled to come up, the catcher. So Kleibel gets the single and moves on in an error to third. Gets the RBI, and Tom Butler looking a little bit more animated than he was just a few moments ago.
Let me tell you, it fires up a coach too. His adrenaline's flowing right now too. Parsons really with Elston's number thus far, the 2 Ks.
Elston has to try to figure out something here. As you said, she's been handcuffed twice already by the pitcher.
In a dangerous situation, you can pitch around her and be cautious. Then you get yourself into a first and third situation, which could even be more dangerous for Bartow.
Pitch swung on, reaching out for it is the first baseman coming over to gather it up, and that'll do it, but not before Lake Region has tied the ball game here in the top of the sixth. They get a run on a single and get an error, and we're even up here after 5.5 from Kissimmee. It's Lake Region 1, Bartow 1. Back with more of the 4A championship game right after this timeout.
Always and forever, each moment with you is just like a dream to me that somehow always and forever.
Club Limousine, a trusted name for all your transportation needs for over 25 years. Whether there's one of you, 2 of you, or more than a few of you, Club Limousine is the full-service transportation and tour company to turn to. From luxurious stretch limousines and sedans to minibuses and deluxe motor coaches, Club Limousine will provide unequaled service and reliability. Club Limousine, proudly serving Miami's transportation needs since 1970.
Well, we're even up at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the sixth. And here's the reason why, as Lake Region came up big with her DH.
Kleibel straight back through the box. There was no doubt in anyone's mind that Trice Lanier was going to come around in that situation. But you got to make sure that throw from the outfield is low enough to cut off. It wasn't in that situation. To cut off the throw, you don't allow the runner to move up. Bartow very fortunate it didn't bite them and have that lead run score.
And there's the player who scored the run, Trice Lanier. Now in the outfield. Now Bartow, who grabbed the lead back in inning number 3. Would like to get the lead right back again here. Bottom of the sixth, swung on, first pitch. Goes off to third baseman, the long throw to first. Over past the dugout, and getting on to start off the bottom of the sixth is Donna Byers, and they've given her a base hit.
I agree on that one. That's a tough shot to make. Donna Byers upset with herself from the play, I'm sure, and was excited to get up to the plate and have an opportunity. A little bit rushed on the throw there by Tuning, knowing that Donna Byers has excellent speed.
So Byers gets on with a single. As you take a look at Tuning, not happy with her throw. And Bartow starts things off the way they want to at the bottom of the 6th here. Byers getting on.
It'll be interesting to see if Coach Rutenbar goes for the sacrifice. Wallace has made good connection, and both times at bat, you sacrifice or bat, or I think with that take right there, he just wanted to see where the defense was moving. They were playing for a bunt situation, a sack bunt. I wouldn't take the bat out of her hand. She's been connecting very well.
Had a double in the first, a single in the second, knocked in, or in the third. Got the RBI. Here she bunts down the third baseline. They'll have to make it a perfect throw, and it gets over the glove of Julie Adams, and running on to third is Donna Byers, and all of a sudden Bartow has runners on first and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. They gave up the lead in the top half of the 6th. We're tied at 1, but now the Yellow Jackets are screaming and knocking on the door to take the lead right back again.
Excellent play by Wallace. Gave the impression that she was actually going to take the pitch, and it was almost like a delay. Started to pull the bat back, and almost like a little delay, and then whoop, dropped the bat right down. Excellent bunt, especially in this hard-dirt surface where the ball would usually take off, forcing a quick release and a high throw to first base.
So now with runners on at first and third, Tony Ryberg, the catcher, scheduled to come up, but right now the powwow going on out at the pitcher's mound for Lake Region.
Sure, they want to make sure that everybody understands what's going to go on in the first and third situation. On this play, I don't think you waste the throw to second base. I would say have it go to either bring your shortstop or your second baseman in. Just throw it to either one of them on a short play to make that third baseman or the runner at third base think the throw's going through.
Nobody out, very difficult here. No mistakes now for the defense for Lake Region as Tony Ryberg steps in. Flew out to the second baseman back in the first inning and sent a liner to the second baseman in the third inning to end that. So she's 0 for 2, but she has hit the ball strongly both times up. Let's see what she does here. Infield in on the third base side with Heather McCrimmon stepping forward. Pitch swung on to the shortstop. Gets past her, and coming in to score is Donna Byers. And Bartow now with a 2-1 lead. And moving on to second base is Lauren Wallace. And you can see the excitement by the fans, the Yellow Jackets. Loving it right now. They've got a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
I tell you what, it couldn't happen to a better person for Donna Byers scoring that run, especially what happened in the previous inning. Ryberg getting the shot. Hard surface is going to help scoot that ball through, and that's exactly what it did right there. And there you see Donna Byers coming across with the lead run.
So Ryberg comes up with the big base hit. She gets the single and also the RBI. And 2 hits here for Bartow in the bottom of the 6th. Now the bunt down the first baseline. Quick throw, and that'll move the runners on to second and third with 1 out now. So Meekin Schoen gets the job done. As she is tossed out, but she's moved Lauren Wallace on to third and Ryberg to second.
An excellent job pushing it up the first baseline. That's all you want to do. Get the ball in play, force the defense to make the play. Nothing fancy, just get it down. And you can go over that so many times when you play. I need for you to get it down. I don't care if you're my power hitter, 2, 3, 4 hitter. When I tell you to bunt, I mean bunt. We're going to see an intentional walk here to load the bases.
Joe, the freshman Sands will get a chance to get the intentional walk. And we load things up here with just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And Bartow has got the lead back at 2-1 here in the 4A FHSAA Girls Softball Finals. And stepping up now will be Vicki Howell. She's 0 for 2. She popped up to the catcher back in the second inning. She grounded out to the pitcher. There's a runners on at third is Wallace. On at second, Ryberg. She's the one who got the single, knocked in the RBI, and moved Bartow back into a lead at 2-1.
Tuning has to be exceptionally careful here on how she pitches Howell. Howell with the big shot against South Lake in the first inning. Bartow scored 4 runs. Howell's shot, a bases clearing, I think it went down as a single. What happened was the ball hit and scooted all the way to the fence, scoring 3 runs, and was the difference in the ball game early.
Pitch down low and inside. That's taken as a ball. It's 2-0. Now Tuning He's going to have to spot pitch perfectly right here. So the youngster in trouble behind the batter, Vicky Howell. 2 on, 1 out, a run in here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bartow trying to open up the ball game here. Swing and a miss, says Howell went chasing for a fastball inside. And it's 2-1.
Tuning with that pitch. High and tight inside. Nice rise. Just broke before the plate.
Here's the next pitch. A changeup. Swing and a miss. She fooled her there. It's 2-2.
Tell you what, that's a gutsy pitch. That's having confidence as a battery mate and allowing her to call that pitch, especially with bases loaded.
Absolutely. And boy, I'll tell you something. That if she had made contact with that would have gone a long, long way.
See, that keeps Howell off base too now. Keeps her thinking. I'd go back inside with her here. Oh, they're going outside.
Bases full. There's the pitch. Swung on. Foul to the fence.
I try to jam her. Jam her inside a little bit. Not allow her to get those arms out.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Yellow Jackets of Bartow. There you see them. They're all excited. They've got the run in to take the 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Regulation 7 innings for girls softball in the finals. So a clutch time for both teams here and a chance for the Yellow Jackets to open up the floodgates here against Lake Region. Swung on, a chopper to third. Good stop to throw the force to the plate, and they get the lead runner Wallace. She is called out at the plate. And there's now 2 down. Ryberg moves to third, Sands off to second base, and Howell now on first.
Nice job by Heather McCrimmon to not only make the play, as you know, in fast pitch pin, a little bit tighter in, gather it, take the step, make sure she's composed and not going to release it and send a rocket into home plate and turn force an error, but really gaining her composure and staying with it. Nice play.
So now Chrissy Wilkerson, the shortstop, steps up. She flew out to the left fielder back in the 2nd. She popped up to the short back in the 5th inning. So she's 0 for 2. And the first, just a chopper down the first baseline, and that is foul. Running in was Julie Adams, but she couldn't get to the ball before it went outside the line. So Wilkerson maybe trying a little bit of a surprise play, trying to fool the infield there. Kind of a half swing on that one. Trailing in the count, 0-1. Bases are full, 2 outs, a run in. Bartow with a 2-1 lead over Lake Region here in the bottom of the 6th. Swung on, she pops that one up, but that goes out of play. So she jumped all over that pitch. Well, she was behind the first pitch, and she jumped all over that one. And it's 0-2 now for Wilkerson. She's dug herself in a hole. She would love to get it out to some part of the field where there's not a player defenseman there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the youngster, Tuning, comes up big. And she strikes out Wilkerson with the bases loaded. But Bartow comes up with the run on 2 hits. And they now lead after 6 complete. The Yellow Jackets ahead of their rival Lake Region for the battle for 4A championship. Back with more when we come back to Kissimmee right after this timeout.
The Marlins clash with the Dodgers Monday at 8 on Sunshine.
And now we can see that Bartow right now chit-chatting, making sure they're squared away defensively. They have taken the lead here. Bottom of the 6th inning, taking on their rival Lake Region. Tremendous softball talent here in Central Florida as we take a look at Tony Ryberg. If the score stays the same, The catcher will be the hero in this ball game.
A great way to end your senior season, shooting right one through the box and scoring the go-ahead run. Once again, an error setting up that situation, playing an integral part in putting that lead run in position.
And here you see Donna Byers coming across to score to give Bartow the 2-1 lead. So we go to the top of the 7th, the final try here for Lake Region. And they'll come up with the 6th, 7th, and 8th batters in the order, with Julie Adams, the first baseman, coming up. She's 1 for 2 today. She singled back in the 2nd inning. And she was tossed out by the second baseman. They're swung on out to right field. It's gone a long, long way back to the fence. And scooping that up and throwing it in is Meekin Chung. And what a great way to start off the top half of the 7th inning, as Julie Adams gets her 2nd hit of the ball game, a single out to right field.
Ball got out there real quick, and a nice job by Chun to get over and make sure she cut off that ball, holding Adams to a single. There you see it hitting the gap and bouncing real quick off the fence. Great defensive effort, getting the ball right back in off the relay.
Carrie Thomas will come in for Julie Adams, and she will run for Adams. So Thomas is on at first base. They put the speedster, Carrie Thomas, on at first, and that'll bring up Carrie Tuning. She steps in. And the pitcher with a chance to get herself right back in the ball game. There, as you've seen what she's done so far in the ball game, looking for her first hit for this youngster. Looks at a bunt. Pitch just outside. It's a ball.
And once again, Coach Butler just trying to test the waters, making sure that Tuning was taking there, watching where the defense was moving to.
Adams on at first. There's the bunt. Throw to first. They'll get the force. And moving on into scoring position is Adams. So Tuning gets the job done as she moves the lead runner on to second base. And that'll bring up Tyus. Emily Tyus, as you see, 0 for 2 in the ball game. So runner on at second. Lake Region here in the final inning of regulation, unless they can tie the ball game up here. Desperate for a run, swung on. That could be trouble. Coming over and making a great catch is Donna Byers. And no, Adams took a look. She wanted to move to third, but Byers held the ball in the tracks, wouldn't let her get the job done.
And Byers with 2 hands on that one, able to make a play. Little leap up and really holding on. Wasn't going to let that one pop up for the second time.
So Bartow just 1 out away from the impossible here. Their chance to win the state title and beat a team that they have lost to 3 straight times in 1997. And Jessica Tuning steps in, the shortstop. With 2 out and a runner on at second, she desperately needs to get on base and move the runner along if she can here.
Coach Rubenbar was telling us he really felt that his players didn't have the pressure on them. We have nothing to lose. We've lost to them 3 times. If anyone has the pressure, he felt that Lake Region did coming in.
Absolutely. She chases a high pitch, and it's 1-1. Very, very difficult to defeat the same team 4 times in 1 year.
Especially in fast pitching. We've seen today that errors are the key cog in the difference, especially in a close one with 2 teams very talented at this juncture in the season.
Here's the 1-1 pitch for a strike.
Parsons, excellent job just hitting the spots. Ryberg sets up, and she is just nailing all the spots that Ryberg is having her have the glove at.
Great spot pitch, put her right on the corner of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're down to the final strike of the ball game. Swung on, popped up, and out of play. So Jessica Tuning hanging in there in desperation at the plate. Knowing the Lake Region has only lost 1 game all season, and that was to George Jenkins, a 5A school. This is the 4A Girls Softball Championship from Kissimmee. Here's the pitch, swung on towards second base. It's a tough play. The throw, and they get the job done. And the Yellow Jackets out of Bartow High School are the 1997 4A girls softball champions as they defeat Lake Region, a team they had lost to 3 straight times in 1997, coming out of the same district. They get the job done. Some people said it was impossible, but the Yellow Jackets finish off the season 30-4, but more importantly, they are the state champions here in 4A. We'll come back and recap the ball game and see the rest of the celebrations here from Kissimmee when we return right after this timeout.
It may seem like a long time off, but 1998 will be here before you know it. If you want to make sure to have a good seat for Tampa Bay's very own Major League Baseball team, now is the time to purchase your season tickets. Can't commit to 81 home games? Then team up with family and friends and form a partnership for your season tickets. But don't delay. Time is running short. Call 813-825-3250 for more information on how you can get Tampa Bay Devil Rays season tickets.
There's a place in Cooperstown, New York, where memories come to life.
Way back, it is.
Would you believe that? Well, this guy's in another world.
Where moments become memories, the Baseball Hall of Fame at Cooperstown.